Let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. We'll end this on a sour note. Fuck this game, bro. Fuck everything about this game.
Hello?
Like, what even is this, bro? What even is this dude? Some ex-Umbrella guy that we've somehow never heard about? Dude, Chris and Jill knew everything about Umbrella. That's how they brought down... They infiltrated the Umbrella final headquarters in 2003 and took it down. Right? The CEO of Umbrella, Vladimir. We knew all about Wesker. We knew all about Birkin. You're telling me that there was, like, some Umbrella guy that was never referenced in any of the previous notes? Dude, these retcons are getting fucking ridiculous. I'm so fucking tired of them not caring about the history, the lore, anything to that effect. There's retconning shit to give nostalgia boners. I fucking hate it.
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I know now that you're...
And why would Grace Ashcroft, some unknown new character who's the daughter of a character, Alyssa Ashcroft, whose canon status was dubious for the last 25 fucking years. Dude, she was just a fucking regular-ass survivor. Her mom was just a regular-ass survivor. She was a reporter, if I remember right, who was one of the, like, 9 people who got out of Raccoon City. What? Like, her mother wasn't even important to the story. She's from a fucking game that most people never fucking played. Most people never played the Outbreak games. They don't even know who Alyssa Ashcroft is.
the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. It's Ashcroft.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others?
Outbreak was an interesting game. I'm not knocking it. I like the Outbreak games. But let's be real, fucking no one played those games. That's, again, no one, Capcom never even made it, like, legitimately official as to whether or not those games were even fucking canon.
And it's not post-mortem lividity. Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared near where the 5th body was found.
They've ported most of the Resident Evil games to PC. The original Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 have been ported. Resident Evil 0 and the remake of 1 have been ported. I think the only mainline game, I think the single only mainline game that you can't get on PC is Code Veronica. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only mainline game was Code Veronica. Would you play it? No, I would not play I mean, yes, I would because I'm a Resident Evil fan and I would need to review it and get my thoughts on it, but I don't want a remake of it. I don't want them to be remaking any of these games. I don't want them to remake any of these fucking games. Every remake they've done so far has been anywhere from okay at best to straight up fucking dog water, with the exception of the original Resident Evil 1 remake on the GameCube in 2002. That one's good. That's the gold standard for how to do a remake, because they actually remade it properly. They kept the story intact while adding new stuff. They upgraded the graphics, upgraded the sound, re-recorded the dialogue. That's it. The Resident Evil 1 remake is the fucking gold standard. So would I play an Outbreak remake? Yes, because I play everything Resident Evil. Do I want it? No, I don't want I don't want 0 to be remade. I don't want Code Veronica to be remade. I don't want the Outbreak games to be remade. I don't want any of that shit.
Through you, Elvis can finally be set free.
The team has settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella.
Oh, someone with ties to Umbrella. Get the fuck out of here. Who could have ties with Umbrella 30 fucking years later that we wouldn't have known about in lore? That Chris or Jill wouldn't have fucking known about? That the BSAA wouldn't have known about? That you could even say that Leon would have known about? Or fuck, Wesker. That Wesker wouldn't have known about. Wesker did a whole lot of shit to get to Oswald E. Spencer by the time of Resident Evil 5.
Victor Gideon.
Grace! Grace!
She holding a gun there? It looked like it.
Grace!
Okay, good. She's at least got a fucking weapon.
Victor
Yes,
purchased
they're
a
implying they know
building
who this
after
guy
Umbrella
is,
went
yeah.
under. I'll send you the address.
By the way, if they know who this guy is, if anyone knows the Resident Evil fucking lore, his ass would have been put on fucking trial for all the crimes committed, because that's what happened to a lot of the R&D people. Alright, so Umbrella is a Russian company. Those of you that don't know your Resident Evil lore, turns out Umbrella's headquarters was in Russia. And so when the U.S. government suspended Umbrella's business license, Umbrella's stock plummeted, and they pretty much fell. But they were still operational in Russia, which is why in 2003, in the game's chronology, Chris and Jill went in with not the UBCS, basically a proto-BSAA, and they shut down the operations in Russia for good. Yeah, Wesker would have killed this guy, absolutely. Wesker would have used this guy to find Oswald E. Spencer, and he would have killed him when he was done with him, absolutely. Like, Umbrella was heavily affected by the U.S. government after the Raccoon City incident.
Welcome. Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
Guys, curious in chat. You're talking about Alexa. Yeah, you're talking about Alexa Wesker or Alex Wesker. Yeah, Alex Wesker. We know nothing about her. Like, they had one game where she was in it, ended on a cliffhanger. We've never seen her since. But I'm curious. So, does this look like a 51-year-old man to you guys? Because Leon chronologically is 51 years old in this fucking game. Now, unless this is a flashback, why the fuck does Leon look like this? And again, like Leon and Jill are my favorite characters, right? In all of Resident Evil, Leon and Jill are my favorite. And we haven't seen Leon chronologically since Resident Evil 6, which takes place, I believe, in 2016. I think 2016. And Leon looked old and grizzly, like Leon Kennedy, Resident Evil 6. This is what he looked like. You could tell, you could see there's some age on him. There's some age on him. This is in 2016 chronologically. This is 2028. What are we doing? Like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm not opposed to Leon being in the game. I think it should be Jill, because Jill is the one that has actual ties to Raccoon City. I mean, like, yes, Leon does. He was there during the outbreak. But Leon's not from Raccoon City. He's not a Raccoon City resident. It was his first day on the job, and he showed up in Raccoon City late, because the actual lore is that they threw him a goodbye party. Like, his friends threw him a goodbye party, and he got super drunk and was hungover. So, fun fact, you're actually playing through all of Resident Evil 2 with a hangover if you're Leon. Funny as shit. But anyway, and that's the only reason why Leon even survived. He showed up to everything late because he overslept because he was fucking hungover. So, like, Leon he doesn't have the ties to Raccoon City that someone like Jill has. Now, I'm not opposed to him being in the game. I miss seeing Leon in the game, but he hasn't chronologically been in the game since Resident Evil 6. But to do it like this just doesn't fucking feel right if you care about the lore.
You there, Leon?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Let's take a look at that picture. Let's get the researchers on. Alright, so we got some researchers here. Who are these people? Like, what's all this supposed to be? What, some super secret R&D that nobody ever knew about? Like, this looks like it might be Annette Birkin. This looks like it might be Annette Birkin, William Birkin's wife. But why wouldn't William be there? Like, her and William were working on the G virus together. You're telling me there's just some super secret sect of Umbrella that nobody ever knew about? Yeah, right, this absolutely looks like Steve Carell, you're correct. When even Wesker was able to track down Oswald E. Spencer after he spent years in hiding, these retcons and lore changes, it's just... Capcom doesn't care about their own fucking lore anymore. It's disgusting.
Hey, over here.
Is that a callback? I think that might be a callback, that hey over here, him doing the shot there.
FBI. What are you doing here?
See, there we go.
Hey,
So,
over here.
FBI. What are you...
so even if that previous one was a flashback, again, does this look like a 51-year-old man? Does this look like a 51-year-old man? No, he looks like he's in his late 30s, early 40s.
doing here?
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
Don't do anything stupid.
Are you saying yes that he looks like he's in a 51-year-old man, or are you saying yes to the 30s or 40s thing?
Me?
Whatever happened to the Western? Yeah, we haven't seen Jake Mueller in any game since 6.
Never.
And this right here, I hate this the fucking most. The retcon to, oh, thermobaric missiles are what launched Raccoon City. So it wasn't truly wiped off the map. Get the fuck out of here. You telling me, after all these years, Chris or Jill or Barry or Rebecca, they wouldn't have come back to the ruins of Raccoon City. They wouldn't have searched this place top to bottom. There's some sort of secret to Raccoon City that the people most affected by it wouldn't know about. No clues or leads that would have brought them back here at any fucking point. Like, the city was glassed. There shouldn't be anything left of it fucking standing. Okay, they had to eradicate the virus. How are you going to eradicate the virus with a thermobaric missile, dumbass retcon, when that clearly, like, dude, you could have obviously had remnants of the virus living if this much of the city was left. Do y'all even know how the virus fucking spread from between Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2? The rats in the sewers of Raccoon City. The rats in the sewers infested the fucking drinking water, and that's what happened. That's why everyone got infected. That's how the whole town went to shit so quickly. The rats in the sewers infected the drinking water. So if you're telling me that the missile couldn't even take out half the fucking city, then all the sewer systems and everything underneath, which would still be infected, like, oh no, the virus is eradicated. This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. And I'm so fucking tired of my favorite fucking franchise not actually being anything. Like Resident Evil 5 was the last good Resident Evil in terms of it actually adhering to the lore and the story. It should have stopped with 5. Alright? Wesker's gone. Oswald E. Spencer's gone. Chris got the dub. Now, really, I will never forgive Resident Evil 5 for Chris and Sheva taking out Wesker instead of giving it to Chris and Jill, since that's where it all started. But you know what? I've made my peace with... Okay, I have not made my peace with that. I will be angry about that until I die. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, the series should have fucking stopped after 5. But they kept fucking going. And now it's gone to the point where they're doing retcons for Raccoon City, when Raccoon City hasn't even been fucking relevant to the games chronologically since 1998. And if we're talking about, like, in the lore of, like, the story and whatnot, maybe, like with the Umbrella Chronicles games, which came out, like, 2007. Like, they tried to fucking tie Resident Evil 8 back to Umbrella. Oh, turns out the Umbrella symbol is actually this ancient symbol that was in this fucking European mountain village that nobody knew about. Like, you fucking what, mate? Like, what are we doing here?
I think I want a second opinion.
And giving Leon the action gameplay and her the horror gameplay. No, just do what the original fucking games did and make it all horror. Like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, 0. Those were horror games where you could fight, but they were still horror games. You didn't need to, like, separate them out or whatnot. It's such a fucking stupid decision. Capcom's trying to do the same thing they've been trying to do since Resident Evil 6. Make everybody happy. We're going to give Leon in Resident Evil 6, like, the more slow-paced horror gameplay. And we're going to give Chris the balls-to-the-wall action gameplay. And we're going to give Jake Mueller some weird, odd, like, melee gameplay that also has the chase factor of the Houston Act, which is supposed to harken back to Resident Evil 3 with Nemesis. Like, they couldn't please everyone. So then they went to Resident Evil fucking 7, which honestly is a good game. Resident Evil 7 is legitimately a good Resident Evil game. I have my qualms with being in first person. Resident Evil should always be third person, but whatever. Then Resident Evil 8 learned all the wrong lessons. They took all the shit that didn't work, that wasn't Resident Evil. They were basically trying to be Resident Evil 4 2.0. And I love Resident Evil 4. I'm not in Resident Evil 4, but that is where the divergence started to happen. And now we got 9, which seems like, again, they're just doing what they did with 6, trying to please everybody. Here's the horror stuff. Here's the action stuff. Here's your fan favorite characters. But here's new characters. Let's go back to Raccoon City. But let's introduce new villains. Let's tie it back to Umbrella. But Umbrella you didn't know about, so we'd still tell an original story. There's a virus, assuming that this ellipsis or whatever is a virus, but it's a totally new virus you never heard of. It's all over the fucking map, dude. What happened to the game I love? I'm fucking over it, man. I am. I'm fucking over it. Resident Evil did... You say, why can't Resident Evil get over Umbrella? Resident Evil did get over Umbrella. Resident Evil got over Umbrella with Resident Evil 4. And especially in Resident Evil 5 when Tricell takes over. I'm over it, man. I am. Like, I'm going to play the game. I already have the game in terms of, like, it was gifted to me, so I'll be able to download it day one. And I'll play through it. And I will give my honest thoughts. And if it's good, awesome. If it's good, that is excellent. It's great. But I've got no hope for the gameplay being good isn't enough for me because I have no faith in this story because of all the fucking retcons. But we got a watch party to get to, so I'm out of like 4 circles. We're going to end the stream here. I want to see all y'all that are members in the Discord. We're going to watch us some Jason X because that's what won the spin, the wheel of torture. I'll see you guys in there literally in a few minutes. Let's roll some credits. I'll see y'all in the Discord. Deuces.